Hello everybody and welcome to today's Glamlite palette ranking. I will say I don't have anything newer than the Willy Wonka collection, but I do have 29 palettes to rank, and then I think during my declutter next month, I think we will be very surprised on how many I am ready to let go of. So to start with, in 29th place, we have the Glamlite Kiss palette. This palette is just very lackluster. The quality is not as good as a lot of their other palettes, and even though they have different undertones, they just don't show up very well. So that is 29. In 28th place, we have the Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake. And I had trouble blending these colors when I used this palette. So it was a little bit better than the Kiss quality, but still pretty much in the same boat, and they do have a lot better quality and more consistent recently. So that is 28. In 27th, I have the Chucky Crazy in Love palette. I really like the blush and lip sets from this collection, but this color story just is not for me. It's very dark, purple and reds. There's a little bit of gray and blue, but it's also kind of similar to the other two. I think recently they've gotten more into trying different color stories, but I think when they were doing their horror collections, they kind of got into a routine of doing, you know, the same color family, and now they have expanded. So that is 27. 26th is the Coca-Cola Original. This quality is probably just like the Kiss quality. I know they had a lot of issues when they did this collab. I do like the lip glosses. I think the lip glosses are cute, but this palette is just very hard to work with, and some of the shimmers are actually dry. A little bit better than that. In 25th place is the Cherry Coca-Cola. The quality is slightly better, but not the color story. In 24th place is the Scooby-Doo palette, the big one. They do have two smaller ones that I actually do like quite a bit better. This is just very big. There's a lot of space, there's a lot of colors. It's kind of similar to the Rick and Morty, but the Rick and Morty is better quality. And then I have the Wine palette. This is before they started doing nothing but collabs. I wish they would go back to doing more like original. The quality of this is pretty good. It's just the color story for me. I don't work with a lot of purples, even though that's what I'm wearing today. I am trying to get more into it. I know the other palettes that they did are ranked a little bit higher, and I like that the other palettes were more colorful. Obviously the neutral one is very neutral, but I did end up using that one a lot, especially when I was working. And then I have the Glamlite. I think this is the Red Velvet Cupcake. This is just pink, red, and purple. I wish they would have had a darker shade in here, because I'm pretty sure this shimmer is darker than the darkest color. And they don't have a red shimmer to go with this. And you could put this one on top, but it just probably would not pop as well. And then I have the Betty Boop. This is another color story that's kind of similar to the Coca-Cola, but it's better quality. And it also reminds me of the Chucky palette, but this one goes a lot lighter. And this is a good formula. I did like this formula. And then I have the Strawberry Shortcake Berrylicious palette. So this is very pink and green. I do love greens. I think these greens are absolutely beautiful. The quality on this was pretty good. And then I have the Fresh Prince palette. This is I think it's very on theme for what it is, but it also is kind of like a miniature Rick and Morty palette, but not good quality, but not as good. And then we have the Good Guys. And for this palette, I think I would have liked to have seen a wider range in their mattes. They look darker, but you can blend this out to that. So it would have been nice to see something a little bit lighter. And then we have the Margarita palette. I love that they really played with the colors in this one. They've got the strawberry margarita colors, and then they've got these beautiful greens and blues. I think this one was really well done, and I will say that the formula in these palettes that they did were really good as well. Ghost Face Libs palette. So this was the first one that they did. This is just kind of it's kind of like the Chucky Crazy in Love, but with a different color story. This is a lot more gray. And I know when they did the Ghost Face Returns, they added more color, so that's ranked higher up. Alright, so in 15th place, I have the Nightmare on Elm Street Never Sleep Again palette. This is a red and gray palette. I like it pretty good. I think it's better than the Coca-Cola because it does have a wider range. It's still kind of mediocre quality for Glamlite. Then I have the Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger palette. I love the fact that it's greens. Same quality as the red one, but I do love greens. And then I have the Scooby-Doo Creeps and Crawls. This is kind of a purple, blue, teal color story. Not my favorite, but this was really good quality. Coming in at number 12 is the Scooby-Doo Rut-Row Raggy. And again, this is a greenish blue palette. I love greens and blues. 11 is the Ghost Face Returns. So this was the second one that they came out for Ghost Face. And she's playing with a dress. I really do like this color story a lot better than the first one. I think the quality is a lot better as well. I think they did an amazing job with this. So there is. And at number 10 is the Trick or Treat palette, which was the Stamp collection that they did. I love blues, greens, and oranges. Those are my favorite color stories. The quality is a little bit not as good as the Scooby-Doo ones, but it's still workable. So I really do enjoy this. I love the color story. I love my eye look every time I use this palette. Coming at number 9 is the Dirty Martini. So this is kind of a green neutral palette, which I really enjoy. Their original palettes have really good quality. I wish they would bring these back. I know I've heard a lot of other people say the same thing. Number 8 is the Chocolate Martini. I got a lot of use out of this one when I was working because it is neutral, it's easy to use, it's not super bright and out there. So I really do love this palette. Coming in at number 7 is the Wonka Bar. This is kind of like a hybrid between the Chocolate Martini and the wine palette, but it's really good quality, so I do enjoy that. Next is an underrated palette, which is the Garfield palette. Again, it is neutrals and oranges, really good quality. I don't think this got enough hype when it first came out. And then I have the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And it is a blue and orange color story. Again, really good quality. I love it every time I use it. I do like how it has like a shimmery black. It's a blue shimmer. And then we have the Hershey's Cookies and Cream palette. This is kind of a bluish gray neutral palette. Really good quality. I have no complaints about that one. And then the Hershey's Milk Chocolate palette. Just a neutral palette. Again, really good quality. Nothing bad to say. And then I have the Halloween 2 in number 2 spot. So this was the Michael Myers. And it is a brown, blue, and orange color story. It's really nice, good quality, love it. And in first place is the Rick and Morty palette. So I'm not typically into big palettes, but the quality of this is really good. It has sold out multiple times, and it just, I also love Rick and Morty, but it really does have everything, I guess, except neutrals. It's very colorful, it's good quality. I wish it was a little bit smaller, but I understand why it is as big as it is. So that is my Glamlite ranking. If you are interested in seeing my declutter videos, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.